As Nigerians struggle to come to terms with the hardship that followed the removal of petrol subsidy, there are those who believe that if government does not handle matters appropriately, the economy may get even worse. At a lecture in the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, former governor of the central bank, Muhammed Sanusi, spoke on how the role of the central bank is key in the country's regaining its economic stability. Bernard Akede was at the lecture.
Nigeria's annual inflation rose in September 2023 to its highest level in about 2 decades at 26.72% amid worsening cost of living crisis in Africa's largest economy. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the September inflation rate rose for a 9th straight month from August's 25.8%, throwing millions of Nigerians deeper into poverty. While many agree that Africa's largest economy does need some resetting, how to go about it is the question that needs to be answered. To address this issue, the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs invited the former governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi.
So I'll give an example. I think every economist knew that multiple exchange rates were a problem. And every economist said it. But so long as politicians are able to give themselves dollars at 400 naira and sell at 700 naira, they were not ready to listen to the economists.
The former CBN governor, who was also the 14th emir of Kano, spoke extensively on how the structure of fuel subsidy in Nigeria was the worst possible structure for any government balance sheet.
Every time the price of oil moved up, every time the exchange rates moved, every time interest rates moved, the difference went straight to the government's balance sheet for 200 million Nigerians.
It also was not surprising that the former CBN governor emphasized the importance of the central bank in Nigeria.
You don't know how important a central bank is until the central bank fails. Because you cannot use a central bank. Central bank is supposed to give you price stability. When you are buying a bag of rice for 8,000 and then you sell it for 40,000, then you know that there was something wrong.
While speaking on why African countries were not feeling the impact of the peaking prices of some resources, the former CBN governor made 3 points. 1. Terms of trade have risen but not gone back to where they were. 2. The volume of exports have gone down. Nigeria is not producing enough oil, so though oil prices have gone up, Nigeria is not taking advantage. And 3. Population. There is a lack of social policies to check population growth.
At this juncture, as the lecturer rightly emphasized, everyone in Nigeria must be interested in where we are and how we have come to be where we are. It's one thing to say that there is a consuming public that requires to adapt and make sacrifices, but they will better adapt and better understand when they know the background and what the actual problems are.
In Nigeria, you may say that we are full of resolutions, recommendations, which are not implemented or implementable. But at this time in Nigeria, where there is a lot of difficulty and many challenges, it is important for those in authority to communicate with the people, to tell them sincerely what the situation is. We need a strong advocacy.
After about an hour-long economic masterclass, it was unanimously agreed that seminars like this are needed if Nigeria's economy is to be reset for a brighter future. Bernard Akede, reporting for News Central.